YouTube and fellow reefers, what is going on? First and foremost, happy Easter Sunday to everybody. Even if you don't follow any kind of religious background, I hope you had a nice weekend, got to see some family and just kind of hang out, maybe take care of your tank a little bit. But today was a very, very good day for me, kind of cool day. Got to spend a lot of time with the family and everything. I checked out my tank before I left at about 8:30 this morning and everything seemed normal. And when I got home to a little bit of a surprise. I thought this rock had fallen on my anemone. Just normally it takes up that whole space right there. And then I came to realize that the rock did not fall, but my anemone had split, which is pretty cool. I just wanted to talk about a couple things that I've been doing lately to change things up and kind of get the tank to parameters that I want and that I'm looking for, and just some things I've done that I think may have led to the anemone splitting itself. Now, these things could be the reason why it split. They may not be the reason why it split. But you can see in here, everything is doing good. Everything is alive. This thing, bird's nest, Seriatopora coral, that thing is just taking off. It's growing every which direction. It's got new branches coming out of it. The acropora there, that whitish tip up top, green slimer, that's all new growth. I got these two new corals. This one's a red dragon SPS and this one is a tort. I'm not sure exactly what kind of tort it is. It's kind of light in color now, so I'm hoping once I get T5s on this tank it'll brighten up a little bit. But I mean, you see the white tips all over this Passalopora here. Everything's growing, everything's doing good, and I believe it's because of the changes I've made. So I'm running Kalkwasser on the system and I was having some trouble with fluctuations. My alkalinity was jumping between 8.0 to 8.9, and I was continuously having to add alkalinity and calcium buffer to get those levels stable. Turns out I was not using enough Kalkwasser in my auto top-off system to kind of keep the levels even. So I ended up going from 4 scoops in my 10-gallon container to 10 scoops in my 10-gallon container, and everything is sitting pretty, and my pH is now at 8.32. I up my flow, and everything just seems like it's starting to take off growth-wise, and I think that may be why my anemone here split into two. So I know it had to have happened sometime this afternoon, probably right when the lights came on, because that's about when I left the house. But everything's doing really good, guys. I'm very happy with the results so far in this tank. So this isn't really an update, month-to-month update on the tank. But yeah, everything's doing good, everything's looking good. Another thing I did also was crank my lights up to about 110% on the blues. I thought my power was a little low for the SPS end. That's why I was talking about getting T5s for this tank, but I'm just gonna wait it out a little bit longer, see what happens. Now, another change I made to this tank, if you guys watched one of my last videos, is I upgraded my skimmer from my little Reef Octopus 50 BF skimmer up to this classic internal 110 space saving skimmer. And let's jump over real quick. I want to show you guys what this thing pulled from my tank in about a 3 days period. Alright guys, so I told you that this new skimmer was doing wonders on my tank, and this thing's just taking out so much more gunk and just nastiness out of the water column than the previous skimmer was. I mean, look at that. That's what, 4 days of skimmate collected? So yeah, this thing's doing great. Now I've already noticed when I went in for my weekly turkey basting, there was a lot less detritus coming out of the rocks, so hopefully this has something to do with it. Alright, so now that you guys saw what that thing can do in about a 3 days period, I I'd have to say that this thing is kicking my other skimmer's butt as far as taking unwanted nutrients and just broken down organics out of the water. And when I did my turkey basting today, probably got about half the amount of detritus coming out of all my rocks. So I think this skimmer has a lot to do with just overall detritus and just nastiness in the tank, because that thing is just pulling a lot out of the system. So that's just a little quick update for you guys. I hope you guys are having a really good weekend. Hope you got to spend some time with your tanks. Thanks again for watching, guys. I love doing these videos. I love the hobby, and hope you guys enjoyed as much as I do. Happy Easter, everyone. Electric Reef out.